Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Come on. Jaxson Dart.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much controversy. I got dragged for what I said about Jaxson Dart. There's a movie. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you the actual picture. You're gonna get a kick out of it. Malibu's Most Wanted.
Okay.
This movie came out in 2003. That's who Jaxson Dart reminds me of. Like culture appropriation, chain, you overhead, you dancing, all of that stuff. Where you learn that from? I'm sure you learned that from your teammates. I'm sure you have ingratiated yourself into black culture. And they wasn't happy about what I said about that because I'm just like, oh, what people have to realize, and it's crazy how we're talking about this, and we'll have this week's PSA, which this is not going to be on it, but no one cares about what president you support in a normal democracy, right? Like, if people was out there posing with Biden, posing with Obama and Bush, Clinton, Ray, like, but when you have this level of division, this level of corruption, this level of civil rights being taken away, of atrocities that are happening, of just blatant lies that are happening right in front of your face, just blatant racism that's just being on the forefront of certain things, it does matter who you're publicly supporting, especially when you have a lot of black teammates and you're in a liberal city like New York City. You do not play in middle America. You play in New York City. That's like you being on the Rams and you do this shit. It doesn't fly here. So I want to hear from you because you're the Giants fan. I'm always going to have a different view on this, but from somebody who's a Giants fan who, last year Dart was your guy, Scatterboo, your guy, all of these guys, right? Like, what is your thought process heading into the season? All these things that you hear now, like, does it concern you?
Yeah, definitely in the locker room. I wonder how things are gonna play, especially with the whole liking of certain posts and whatnot that has come out. I think in any workplace, politics really shouldn't play a role, but when you have this type of politics, it's really important to kind of figure out especially who your leaders are. He's the leader of the Giants. If he thinks that these ideas that the party has now, the Republican Party has, and he's liking certain things about it, that's definitely a red flag.
Right, like the immigration stuff and
back then, with parties, with Democrat, Republican, there was still some respect with people, but I feel like now, with Trump, there's no really saving grace.
Yeah.
I feel like politics, I don't know how to say it, I don't think politics shouldn't matter in locker rooms and clubhouses, because it's just such just everything, honestly, of this political climate is just how can you agree with anything?
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's in everything.
Yeah. There's no any redeemable factor of you kind of going on that side unless you're one particular person that it benefits.
Yeah.
And he's someone that it benefits. So, but I think with the, like you were saying earlier, he's the cultural appropriation. Like, a lot of people thought, like, oh, this guy is, like, this type of player, like, he's going to fit in perfect here.
Yep.
And all this stuff. But then you find out behind the scenes that he's doing these types of things, literally going against kind of the persona, I guess, that he's put
Correct.
out. And it just, like, makes me kind of concerned, too, like, in the locker room, what the vibe is going to be. Because as Giants fans, like, we've had a lot of hopeful moments in last season, and then just with the draft, like, kind of excited for the future. But I feel like with football, like, players aren't really allowed, like, scared to kind of call out other players. They're, like, very vocal, and especially with the political, since Colin Kaepernick, like, it's been huge in football, where it can go either way. And, like, we'll see, because even we were kind of making fun of Cam Scadaboo a few weeks ago, of his comments of just being like, oh, okay, like, you're just following these people too. And I wouldn't necessarily say, like, I'm surprised, but just being so public about it is kind of like, you know, like, you could support whatever, you know, your views are your views, but when you're out there representing something, and even, like, yourself, like, I would be worried if I'm Jaxson Dart to kind of go so publicly out there, you know, supporting someone like that, you know. But we'll see. Like, I'm not really with it. Like, when I saw, like, the actual introduction of him introducing Trump, I was like really, like I don't know. I didn't really like it, obviously, but I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting next year, and how kind of is it gonna be continue to be talked about going into camp and as the season progresses. I feel like it should kind of be, you know, whether he addresses publicly, privately to the team and kind of talked out, and then kind of figure that out. But I think a whole big deal too is with the liking of certain things. It's kind of like, if you feel that way, how are you to, like, certain people's faces? Because if you're liking this stuff, what do you think about me?
Yeah.
Like, clearly, you don't technically like me if you're liking these certain things. Like, so that definitely brings a lot of tension into the locker room, into, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just being, like, stupid, like, these social medias of, like, stuff like Fernando Mendoza. It's like, some things just gotta kind of be, when you're put into certain levels, like, you have to be very careful of what you're
what
doing
you post
and
and whatever your digital footprint is out there, right?
Yeah.
Everything you said is spot on, and I will take it a step further in regards to saying that you better win.
Yeah, 100%.
You listen, if you win, you know, I'm still going to feel the way I feel, and people who are very strong with their beliefs, I'm sure you're going to feel still very strong about that. But you better win. Because if you don't, this place is going to eat you alive. And all of these things are going to start to rear its ugly head again because you're not playing well. So go ahead. You want to go ahead and go have your chains and have all of this bravado. Go ahead. But make sure you fucking win. Because they had the emergency meeting today. Players only meeting, and, you know, according to the reports, everybody said that they're good. You know, Jameis Winston spoke. I think Thibodeau spoke. So they're addressing it in-house, and I think the biggest thing that came out of the meeting, and I'm reading the reports and stuff like that, saying that they're focusing on trying to keep things in-house. So Abdul Carter, you know, tweeting that they didn't necessarily think that that was the right thing to do. But you also can't stop this guy from expressing, you know, his shock of seeing what happened. Still a young player, and I think if you fast forward 5 or 6 years from now, that would have happened. I think Abdul Carter handles that a different way, right? He might call the guy or wait till they have a meetup and then they'll discuss this and have it in house, right? Because like you said, like politics and all that stuff there's always different dynamics in a clubhouse. You got people that know people's political views or that they don't, but there's other things that go on. There's a lot of diversity, no matter in regards to financial or how your religious views, your political views. There's so many different ideologies in a clubhouse, in a locker room, that you got to find common ground, and that common ground is coming together and trying to be a team. So that's always going to be a thing, but it's extremely tone deaf. And for a 23-year-old kid, can you give it a pass? To some, yes, because of the age. Yeah, okay, he's a kid, he doesn't really understand. But 23 is an old person too. That's an adult, and you don't understand the importance of having a platform as big as you have and being able to be a part of a very, very divisive section of the population, that you're part of the 32% of people that are literally, they behave like they're in a cult. And the biggest thing for me is that his jersey sales doubled, I think, because as soon as they saw this. And it just shows you that the people that say, oh, you should keep politics out of sports, they only feel that way when it has nothing to do with their guy. Mm-hmm. You notice that?
Yeah.
Right?
Like I was like, when I brought up Colin Kaepernick, it just goes either way.
Yeah. Oh, how dare you? Yeah. How dare you? You defame the military. How did he do that when he actually went to military personnel and officials and said that what's the most respectful way that I can do this? And they told him, yeah, you can take a knee.
Isn't that like, taking a knee is like a form of respect in multiple types of different situations. Yeah, and he gets literally
blackballed,
like from the NFL, never plays again, gets his jersey burned. But the second that someone's up with a hate-filled president, or Harrison Butker when he had said the woman comments last year. Oh my goodness. His jersey sales skyrocketed. Yeah.
Bigotry and misogyny is always going to be at the forefront of this country. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter when, it will always be there. Mm-hmm. And people show their ass all the time. So am I gonna be somebody that's gonna hold my opinion about Jaxson Dart? Absolutely not. Again, I think that he's one of those red pill appropriation dudes. Mm-hmm. I think he just blends in because he thinks that that's the cool thing to do. When he probably goes home and he probably wipes his hand off because he gave so many black people daps that day. Mm. Yeah. I'm passing judgment. These are ad hominems, but I don't care, because in the climate that we're in, the gloves are off. Mm. It's not okay for you to be able to say that you support ICE and immigration and deportations and mass deportations when most of these people are hardworking people. You don't fucking know them. They don't affect your personal life. Mm. So for you to be able to just blanketly support something because you're ignorant, it doesn't make me have affinity for you. I actually feel sorry for you that you're that stupid. Mm. So I am going to double down on this in regards to how I feel. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Mm. I don't. Mm. A whole bunch of people attacked me. They called me a racist, and I was just like, I wonder how would that fly? Me having an opinion about you supporting a president who is racist. Mm. Yeah. but you're going to call me one. Why? Because it's all deflection. You never want to have the mirror put to your face to show you exactly what you are.
It's like, it doesn't matter who was up there. Like, even Saquon Barkley, you called him out.
Called
So
his
it's
ass
like,
out.
Like, it's nothing to do with you, like, any, like, race related. Like, if Saquon Barkley was up there again, like, you still call him out.
Yeah.
It's Jaxson Dart.
Listen, Saquon Barkley chewed his ass out. What was that other dude? Cooper, the wide receiver, or somebody on the Eagles, I think it was. Anybody who supports this man, I will come after you. That's the way I do it. 10 toes down.
Yeah. Because it's like, it's not just one thing. Like, you disagree with, it's everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's, like I said, there's not one positive besides if you are a rich, white man that gets, like, really any benefit from this party.
The only positive is his age, and you know why.
Yeah.
So, moving on.